Cancurla. Teacher, I just want to place something on the record. Ipsos MRI in the recent past carried out a poll, and of 27 professions, politicians are third last. People have trust in 24% of politicians. Even bankers are higher than us. And I have to say, I had that same feeling, and I'm a politician, yesterday, as I listened to the plan that you're opening up for the country. And I just want to place it on the record that I have lost all trust in the way that we're dealing with the pandemic. And what I would ask you to do today is to commit to having an item on the agenda every single month in the Dáil from now on, so we can look at how we're dealing with the pandemic in its totality, in relation to vaccinations, in relation to an overall policy which should be zero COVID and control, and giving power back to the people. And this divisiveness, talking about a passport in terms of a vaccination, and I can eat inside if I have a vaccination, but I can't if I don't, is extremely divisive. At this point, all I'd ask you to do is to commit to having an ongoing item on the agenda every single month in this Dáil as part of the bargain in return for our support for draconian legislation. Thank you.
First of all, just in relation to Deputy Connolly's remarks, I regard them as somewhat disingenuous. Politicians are elected in general elections. That's who people elect politicians. And I've been elected in quite a number of general elections. That's what I go by. Nothing else. We're in a democracy. We're in a parliamentary democracy. People may not like us from time to time. That's acceptable. But I salute anybody who goes before the people. I respect anybody who goes in front of the people in elections and get elected, because that is fundamental to what we're about as a society and have been since the foundation of the state. And I would say to you this, I think it's also disingenuous to say that you want the commitment to discuss it once a month. We're discussing it every single day since the pandemic began in this House. We are. We most certainly are discussing it. And if you go through the order of business of the last number of weeks, you will see sessions on vaccinations. You will see sessions on mental health and COVID. You will see sessions in relation to childcare and COVID, education and COVID. It is extremely disingenuous to suggest that once a month would be some sort of a commitment on COVID, when the reality is we've been discussing COVID day in and day out in this House and at committees of the House as well. And that is the case. And I would equally say that I have met with groups who represent the zero COVID philosophy as well. I've met them, had good exchange of views with them. I don't dismiss any perspectives that people have on COVID. And so on a regular basis, we will continue, as we have been, discussing policies in relation to COVID and aspects of COVID and different perspectives on COVID. And just to say to the Deputy Gould and to Deputy Collins, again, the evidence was based on clinical advice and medical advice, and also on getting vaccines out as fast as we possibly can in the middle of a global pandemic. That's what we are endeavouring to do.